Welcome to Lake Tahoe Airport. Reno Airport, excuse me. Not a Lake Tahoe anymore. I'm about to take off. And so here's a message for today that which was kind of wild, right? We just got done with the power room. Me and my best friend Keith Yackey running the power room here as part of the training team. So I came in and trained for 4.5, 5 hours yesterday. That's when my voice broke from yelling and being all fired up and getting people riled up and ready to go. Here's the interesting thing though. Power itself is something you cannot buy. Power is something that you generate, period, the end. You either generate it and you have it, or you don't. You can't purchase it, you can't steal power, you can't buy power. None of this can be actually done. Long term, there's no way. I walked into a room of individuals here at Power Room, and the focus was a game of power. And I recalibrated what the word power means for them. Not by my definitions, not by my words, not by the things that I was telling them, but by who I was being. And people ask me, so I'm like, what is one of the benefits of coming to WarriorCon for? What are the benefits of living the Warriors way? What are the benefits of ultimately choosing to live this lifestyle that you talk about? This brand right here, all the interviews I did this morning, the training we did in the last couple of days, all the experiences, all of the clients, all of the commitment, all of this. And people are like, what at the end of the day are you actually teaching men to do? Predictably access and generate power. Period. I want you to consider one of the biggest problems you have is the fact that you don't generate enough power every day, and you don't have a daily operating system for doing this. You don't have a way of dealing with stress. You don't have a way of dealing with fatigue, with anger, with resentment, with rage, with frustration, with disappointment, with persecution, with haters, with trolls on your fucking pages, with family members that don't agree with you, with your spouse that has a hard time with you that has a hard time with you. You don't have a generated, predictable system to go to on a daily basis to guarantee that you can put yourself in power. So what are you left with? You're left with the default. And what's the default? The default is you're at mercy to everyone else's game. You're in bondage. You're not in power. See, the consequence of not having power is to be powerless. To be powerless is to be in bondage. God called this being damned. To be damned up, which is to ultimately have yourself in a place of resistance where you can't create what you truly desire. So your heart wants something, your mind wants something, you have some revelation coming into your world. You have all these things that you say you want. You have all these things that you say you want to do, you want to have, you want to be, you want to experience. But the fact is that requires level 8 energy or power, and you only have access to level 2. And on once in a while, when you drink enough Red Bull, you have a level 8. But that level 8 is never actually sufficient. Your fucking problem is not that you don't know what to do. I was in a room of very qualified individuals. Everyone made $10 million or more a year, most of them in that room. Some of these guys run $100, $200 million businesses. Their issue is not the fact that they don't know what to do. Do you know why they were listening to me? Do you know why in less than 3 minutes I controlled the entire room with no backstory, nobody reading my bio, nobody knows who the fuck I am? It's not because of my backstory. It's not because of my cool ability to tell stories. It's because when I stand on stage, I command power. It's not something I ask for. You don't have to MC me. You don't have to set me. You don't have to create some big set for me. Put me on stage in front of 30,000, 5 people, 1 people, one-on-one, or here and alive. And the outcome is exactly the fucking same. It is predictable as the day begins and ends. Once I figured out that power was predictable and no longer something lucky, it wasn't something I popped, it wasn't something I smoked, it wasn't something I drank, it wasn't something I fucked, it wasn't something I bought. The power was something that I could generate every single day without question, no matter how my day felt when I started. I could start in the shithole, I could start at the peak. I could be in the pit, I could be in the toilet, I could be this miserable, depressed, upset, and filled with anxiety and stress, or I could be on fire, lit up, excited, and filled with passion. No matter where I was at, I could access power, because power is not the pleasure, it's not the pain. Power is the game in between. This is why I love Power Room. That's why I was so excited to be there with Andrew Cordell and the rest of the crew and Eddie and his business partners and everybody at Power Room Mastermind to be able to train for the last couple of days and run them through this so that the Power Room could actually experience what power feels like. Because see, unfortunately, just because you have a t-shirt that says warrior, or just because you wear a t-shirt that says lions not sheep, or just because you wear a t-shirt that says free man, or just because you wear a t-shirt that says savage, or just because you wear a t-shirt that says committed, or just because you wear a t-shirt that says animal, or whatever the fuck else it is that your t-shirt says, a t-shirt doesn't make a man. A man makes a t-shirt. That's why when people say, this t-shirt makes me look fat, I say, no, you are fat. The t-shirt doesn't make you look any kind of way. You have love handles, you have a gut. Own that shit. T-shirt doesn't make you anything. The t-shirt exposes the fact that you have those things. See, and what happens in the land of plastic people is when people with real power show up in the land of plastic people who have the appearance of power all of a sudden recognize that they have nothing more than the appearance of power. They have plasticity. And under the heat of people and men who actually generate power, that plastic melts to the fucking ground. So WarriorCon 4 is a place where you're going to find it. The number of men that are coming to this place, we've never been after quantity. We've never been after everybody. The reality is 80% of you listening to this, you're not candidates for this. But I appreciate that you get to watch these videos and hopefully they give you fire. Most of the men watching this, you're not ready for this shit. You're not ready for this shit. You think you are. It's like men telling me I'm ready for a powerful woman. I was like, you're not ready for a powerful woman. You're not ready for a woman in full power. Do you know how I know? Because you're not even in full power. You can't predictably be consistent with power in your own life. How the fuck do you think you're going to deal with a woman who can predictably, consistently put herself in power? That woman will fuck you up. And then you'll bitch and you'll moan and you'll be like, what? You'll be like, this woman's too mean. She's critical. She's a bitch. She's this. She's that. No, she's none of those things. She just represents everything of intolerance of the fact that you continue to be so weak. And I get it because I've been there. I get it because I lived it. I get it and can teach it and train it because I know exactly what it looks like. The pouting, the whining, the begging, the neediness, all of the weakness in life of being a man that doesn't actually serve you. It doesn't work. It doesn't create. It does not produce a life that you want. So I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to fly home, Los Angeles. We're recording another podcast on Playing with my friend Keith, Married Game Pod Podcast. We're going to continue to crank. We're going to continue to have 10 to 15 men a day, just like right now for today from this live. We'll get 10 to 15 guys who will make the decision to click on the link on my bio or click on the link associated with this video. They'll stop fucking around. They'll stop fucking around with the game of power. They'll make a decision. They may not even tell anyone. I'm going to WarriorCon 4. I'm going to WarriorCon 4. I'm going to WarriorCon 4. I'm sick and tired of being in this game, of feeling helpless, even though I know inside I shouldn't be. And by the way, gentlemen, it doesn't mean you're a broken man to feel this way. The room I was just in, these are powerful men. Power room was filled with men that make a shitload of money. And the message I'm sharing with you right now is the same message they heard, only we had 3.5 hours to work on it. I want you to imagine what happened. You come spend 40 hours with me over 4 days. You come use all my tools, all my techniques, all the systems, and everything we've proven. All these little pussies online that want to talk shit, fuck them. I already told you I'll mow through tens of thousands of them to find you. Because that's what I fucking do. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm a fucking weapon. This is what Warrior has become, a weapon to find and divide between the weak and the tares, the weak men and the strong men. So if you find yourself in the weak camp and you're tired of being there, we've all been in that place. You know what to do. Click the link on this bio here on Instagram or wherever this video is being played and secure your seat to WarriorCon 4. I'm going to show you, inarguably, just like I showed a room of elite men at Lake Tahoe at the hotel, the Hard Rock Hotel, exactly what it feels like to be in power and how there's a big difference between putting the word power on your banners and actually generating power yourself. You've done it at certain levels to get where you are. You've done it to produce some of the results that you have. But in order to get what you want, you're going to have to double and triple that power, and it has to be predictable. The media can't throw you off. Persecutors on the internet can't throw you off. Your kids can't throw you off. Nobody can throw you off. You have to stay focused in the fucking pocket. So my friend, can we please? Can we please? And Tyler, probably right. I'm not ready for it. You got it. You make that decision for yourself. You know the hard part about that? It's truth. It's truth. If you're not ready now, then when? Right? Ask yourself that. If you're not ready now, then when? And how would you know you'd be ready? You rewind every single man that's ever come to this place, including me starting it. Not one of us felt like we were ready. But we were willing to follow this thing inside of us that said fucking go no matter what. So you make your decision, bro. Either way, WarriorCon 4 is rolling with or without you. We'd love to have you there, part of it. Click on the link on my bio, secure your seat today. And or click on the link associated with this video. I'm out. Gotta catch my flight. Scared your white sign off. Saying love and light. Come on, good afternoon and good night.